Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Mike. Hope you're doing great and having a wonderful day. So this is just going to be kind of a chat video, bookish update. Nothing crazy or nothing. So I finished recently one book, and this is a history book that the few booktubers that I follow, Jeff, Justin, Saracen, Patrick, Derek, I think there's one more, couple more, I can't remember, but they've really encouraged me to kind of dive off into this history nonfiction genre, which I've been loving, guys. So thank you, really, thank you for the suggestions and the recommendations. And I'm watching all your guys' videos and getting good recommendations too. So again, thank you. But this was a history book that I read. It's called Inside Hitler's Germany, Life Under the Third Reich. And it's by Matthew Hughes and Chris Mann. And I've just got the man himself covered up just because I don't want to show his face. His face, obviously, on YouTube, which I don't know if YouTube cares, but I don't want to promote that, you know what I mean? So, but this was really good. This has got over 280 some pictures throughout, and it breaks it down. So if you've never read anything about World War II Germany, that era, this is a wonderful introductory book for that. It really breaks it down, and it really focuses on Hitler's, right as he got into, I'd say office, but it's not office, he's a dictator. Right as he got elected, which he was elected, to the end when he died, and Germany, they surrendered and gave up. So it's just a snapshot of those years, but it breaks it down. It's really good, does a really great job. These two authors, Matthew Hughes, Christopher Mann, wonderful job, and great pictures in here. I think, excuse me, I mentioned this before, I think the saddest part for me on this book was the Hitler Youth, is what they called them, where they would indoctrinate, brainwash youth, turn them into soldiers. And another part was that women in the Reich were looked at, and this was how life was supposed to be. Their sole job was to stay at home, in the home, and do home stuff, but they were told, your job is to reproduce and make good soldiers for the Reich. That was it, until the end later on of the war, where they kind of they didn't really have a choice. They had to start enforcing, they forced women to work and do things in certain factories, stuff like that. And kids too. I mean, it's sad looking back, what happened in Germany in those times, which I'm learning more about it, which kind of, to me, it makes more sense on why Germany, and I don't know everything about Germany. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you I know everything, but I'm learning. But it kind of makes me realize why Germany is the way it is now, and kind of why the schools teach the way they do now. Because I do follow two German booktubers, Lewis and Raf, and I don't know these guys personally, just from YouTube, but just watching their videos and getting to kind of know their personality, the way they think and stuff. And for me, taking that, and I know I'm not explaining this great, but seeing them, how they are, kind of how they've learned, how they grew up in Germany, and then learning what I'm learning in the past. It's kind of like for me in America, I know how America is, why they done, what, at least for my age, why we've done what we've done up to this point, and how the tools, schools are taught and all this stuff. So again, I know I'm not explaining this well, but it's really kind of opened my eyes on why Germany, and why and how they are right now the way they are. As a whole, you can't say everything and every German is like that. Just like you can't say every American is X, Y, or Z. But it's been really enjoying. I'm rambling now, but it's been really enjoying, a lot of enjoyment. Been good to read, and I have quite a few more books on that Germany World War II era. So moving on, James is doing his Q1 book club, Synecdoche Book Club, and we're reading Truman Capote in Cold Blood. And I'm almost done with it. I was actually going to try to finish it today if I can. I'm 307 pages in. This has been really good, and what's surprising to me is this happened in Kansas, about 3 hours from where I live. Not far. And every town in here that has been mentioned, I've been to or traveled through. Like Olathe, Kansas, for example, was mentioned. A lot happened in Olathe. I've stayed in Olathe many, many times. Hotels. It's a pretty big city. There's 2 half-price books that I go to every time I'm in Olathe. So like I know that town, you know, pretty good. And that's just crazy that how close this was to where I live. I mean, it happened way before I was born, you know, but so that's that. And then, so the next 3 books, I'm going to start now, but it'll be my kind of Q1, because I'm also doing a reading project called Read Poland 2026 with Lewis. And so this book and the next 2, it'll be like February, March. And all of, but my first Poland is Cosmos. There's the name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's the name. So that's my Poland book. And then thanks to Jeff at Reading Still Matters and Saracen at Saracen Salutes. This one's from Saracen. He made a recommendation, History of Middle East. So I'm going to start this one. Well, these 3 next, and then Jeff over at Reading Still Matters. This book is a chunker. So Jeff, thank you. The Fall of the Roman Empire, A New History of Rome and the Barbarians. And this is big. It's a big book, but so there's my 3, at least 3 for the rest of this month going into next month. And then this is an honorable mention. I found this today actually at Walmart. It was on sale. I've never seen this TV show. Super popular. You'll notice probably as soon as I show it. And it was like in the clearance section of the aisle, you know. And my wife loves this show. She is just, you know, dove off into it. I think they're on their 4th season now. But I just really bought it for her. Bridgerton. Inside Bridgerton. And it just kind of gives you behind the scenes. If you know this show, leave something in the comment, let me know. Now, I've seen a few, you know, episodes where I've like watched half of it or whatever with my wife, but I'm old and boring and I don't watch a lot of TV. When I do, it's usually kind of sports and the news periodically, you know, but so I just got this just kind of as a novelty, really, you know. It just gives a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, you know, introduction. And so I'm trying to find this one really cool picture that I've seen up in the front here real quick. Oh, like this one. This is from season 1. It's just a scene where you got, I don't know, the producer or something, but that's really all, guys. Leave in the comments what you're reading, what you've been reading, if you finished anything lately. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.